What's up, guys? Welcome back in for another video here with Captain Khan. Thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a daily vlog today. So today is a rather, I guess, one of the big steps of the process of getting your Class A CDL, courtesy of Western Star, KC, and SCS software. So today I'm just warming up the car, and we are actually on the way to the DMV to take the CDL permit test. So I'll be taking the 3 tests. I'll be taking the general knowledge, the air brakes test, as well as the combination test. This is beforehand, so you can sense a little bit of the stress kind of going through me, but I think we're ready, and I'll give you guys an update once we get back out. I might do a little clip just before we walk in, but yeah, so here we go. Wish me luck. All right, we are at the DMV facility, the CDL one, and so I will let you guys know how it goes out, and we'll get that passing grade. What's up, guys? So I guess in the previous clips that I showed you guys, that was actually from I think it was almost about a week ago. So I wanted to give you guys an update following the DMV and the CDL permit test that I took. So I guess I'll kind of just lay it out there for you guys. So I ended up going in, I had all my documents, I got my medical card that I needed, so I was physically fit to operate a commercial motor vehicle. But unfortunately, so I'll just give you guys a rundown. So I ended up going in there. I didn't realize that I couldn't take all the tests, whether I passed or failed them. I had to, pass the knowledge test first. Then I got to move on to the combination test and then the air brakes test. So I ended up going in there. Still didn't really, obviously I studied before, watched a bunch of YouTube videos, took practice tests online. It was kind of hard to gauge, where I was at, because there's tests that I'd take and I'd score over 90%, and there were other tests that I took that I was probably in the 70% range, and needing an 80% or higher to pass, you have to pass each of those tests. So I ended up going in there, did everything, kind of felt confident. Ended up going in, got the general knowledge test for the general, I don't really know what's called, general commercial driver's license test. So there's a series of 3 tests. That's the first one. So I ended up taking that one. And I ended up failing the first time. So, I was pretty bummed out about that. I missed it actually by 1 question. If I would have got that last question right, I wouldn't end up passing, would have went on to the combination vehicle test. But we ended up passing that first test. It's hard when you think you kind of know, you study a little bit, and you think you know it, and it's like, okay, it's a little bit of common sense, but also just understanding the parts of the truck and things that fit. But some questions are a little bit specific, where you need to know specific things about the truck, or the specific specific tactics for emergencies or anything like that, which is obviously very important. And I just kind of needed to brush up a little bit. But I ended up going back in line, and so you have to go out the DMV and then come back in. Luckily, it's a CDL only DMV, so there really was not a line at all. If not, it was maybe like 2 or 3 people, which got in and out pretty quickly. So I ended up going around and taking the test again, because I'm like, the general knowledge, I'm like, I was 1 off. I can, I saw the ones I got wrong. It's not going to be the exact same questions. But I ended up going back around, taking the general knowledge again. And when I took it again, there were some questions that, I kind of knew the answers to because I got them wrong the first time. But I ended up passing that one. So I was really happy with that. I passed that one with maybe like 85% or whatever. So I was happy with that. Passed that. That's done deal. General knowledge. Check that off the box. So I ended up moving on. Now that I passed that test, I got to go on to the combination vehicle test. Because obviously you have to take 1 test. If you fail the first test, you're not allowed to take the other 2. So I was on to the combination vehicle test. I was taking that test. I think there was only 20 questions on it. I need to get 16 right. And it tells you right then and there if you get 1 question wrong, where you're at, how much more you can miss before it fails you. So it's a little bit intimidating in that way, but it's all touchscreen, everything like that. But I was taking that test, and some of the questions on there, maybe I wasn't expecting the type of specific or specificity. I guess that's a pretty big word. Hopefully you guys know that one. I don't know if I definitely can't spell it for you. But there are a couple of questions that are a little bit specific, that maybe some things that I didn't fully know yet. Because granted, I've been doing this just all at home. I haven't been with an instructor or anything, just because I'm still working 40 hours a week. stuff going on, personal life, everything like that. Um, and so try and, figure this all out, but still get it done in a timely manner and still kind of dedicate attention to this as well as, with the holidays around, everything kind of got hectic and stuff. Um, so on that test, I did not do that well. I think I ended up getting only like 10 questions right before I ended up hitting my like fifth question that I missed or whatever. And so when that kind of happened, I was like, okay, I think I should kind of, take the time to go back home, take another week or two and just study, review the stuff I needed. I felt like maybe I wasn't studying the right thing. They have the ELDT online study course, so I was going through that. I ended up like that's the thing. I took that class. I watched all the videos. They had the test afterwards. I ended up scoring like an 89% on that one, which was like all the questions throughout. And I was like, okay, I feel pretty confident. I even studied more after, but I think maybe I wasn't studying the right things in specific for. So I'm in the state of Illinois, so studying the Illinois CDL study guide. So I ended up getting that, and kind of now I'm going through that where a lot of the questions that are in that study guide or on the test itself. So I guess if there's anyone else out here that's going through this as well, study whether it's like the state, the country, or anything like that. Study their material. You know, all these outside resources and stuff they can help, but sometimes they could be a little bit outdated. The ones that they give you from the state, at least for like the Illinois one, I think is pretty specific. That if you study that study guide, everything in that study guide either will be asked or there's nothing that will be asked that won't be on that study guide, if that makes sense. So you're not, learning stuff that maybe you don't need to know that might be in other courses that aren't on the Illinois study guide. Um, so I've taken this week, and I was thinking about going. I'm recording this on Friday. I went last Saturday, so about a week since I took it. And I'm just kind of thinking right now. I'm like, I was planning on taking it on Saturday because that's another thing too. I can't go during the week and take it because they're only open from like 8 in the morning to 5 at night. Well, I work 8 to 5, and there's no way for me to get off and go take this test. So the only times I could do it is a Saturday morning when they're open from 7:30 to noon or whatever. So these are kind of the only timelines that I have for it. Um, and so, I don't think that I'm going to go tomorrow, Saturday, and take it. I think I'm going to take an extra week to kind of study. And maybe I just go and take the combination test and, study, focus on that, make sure I could pass that test, and then maybe don't even attempt the air brakes test. Because that's another thing, too. You get 3 attempts on each test. And if you don't hit those 3 attempts, if you don't pass within those 3 attempts, you have to wait like 30 days before you can take it again. I think you also have to pay the fee again, too, which I think is like $50. That's another thing, it kind of adds to the stress and managing that stress and kind of the other things that go with it, as well as in like the trucking school I'm in. I haven't really met any instructors there yet. I'm kind of waiting. I have to get my permit first before I can obviously start behind the wheel and all those other learning things, pre-trip, all kind of that stuff. But in the contract for it, it says you have to finish within like the minimum is like 4 weeks, but then the maximum you have to finish within is like 6 months. I started the beginning of November, so that puts me. I think it's like first week of May is when I have to finish. So sometimes that pressure of it of getting making sure it gets done in time. Like I can't just take like 2 3 weeks off of work and you know go and just get the CDL. I just devote all my time to it. Like I still have a life outside. Me and Kara still go out and do things. I'm helping her parents through stuff. There's some personal things going on as well. And so, you know, this is still something, I want to do, I want to get. Um, but, some of that kind of added stuff kind of adds into it. And so, going through that permit test and, not passing the first time, it's a little bit tough. I'll be honest with you guys, a little bit tough. Not as tough as shifting gears in the old American Truck Simulator. Well, we're learning. We're learning. But, I just want to give you guys, just a real kind of update, raw, everything like that. A little bit different setup. I was thinking about maybe doing like a video of me driving. I'm like, honestly, no. Let's put the camera on. Let's talk to you guys. Give you guys some more vlog type content. I know some of you guys coming from Casey's channel. I wanted to start doing a little bit more, in real life content. We're still gonna have some American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator content, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more, perspective into my life, as well as the CDL journey, in person, not just hearing about it, through the game while I'm playing. So I just want to give you guys that update. So hopefully, I don't think I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to keep studying. Hopefully, the next Saturday. And then after that, once I get an update for you guys, I'll update you guys. Hopefully, then we'll pass. We'll get the permit. If not, hopefully we'll at least pass the combination test and then move on to the air brakes. Which honestly, I think I've studied more of the air brakes stuff, so I feel a little bit more confident there. It's just more studying the combination vehicle test and those kind of questions that go on it. But yeah, so I just want to update you guys on this. It sucks we didn't pass them the first time, but you know what? That's why they give you, two, three more other opportunities where you can make it right, you can get it done, and then we'll just continue on from there. This journey isn't gonna be gone in a week. It's gonna be done in a week. It's gonna take some time. You might have to wait until when we get to that 6 month deadline where we're getting in there, and if we have to extend it, I'm sure I can probably ask and work something out. Whether I have to pay a little bit more money or something, we'll work it out. But just want to give you guys a little quick update on that. Hopefully, you guys are having a great new year. Hope you guys had a great holidays as well. We're still on the road to 500 subscribers. So thank you guys all. I know we gained a couple more subscribers, so thank you guys for doing that. Remember the 500 subscriber giveaway. Be giving away a copy of American Truck Simulator, maybe even Euro Truck Simulator 2. And then if you already have the game, you can definitely talk about some map packs, whether some bundles even, maybe in that $20-$25 range or something like that. Maybe even a little bit more, depends what you guys are thinking or what kind of the winner decides. But thank you again to everyone for your support. All my videos has been tremendous. Super appreciative of all you guys. I did send out the what was it? The giveaway for the 250 subscriber. I believe it was barbecue. Got his address. Ended up sending him the Western Star hat as well as a couple stickers, kind of bigger, like I was about to say steakers, like a steaker, a decal or a decal, as Brandon from Star Nation experiences. It was funny. We were in the truck and he was like, "Oh, you guys got some decals, decals? No, they're decals." Okay, you guys can let me know in the comments. Is it decals or decals? Because that's what we got to figure out. But I got to reach out to him, make sure he received the package because I think I shipped it last week. So he should have it. I think I may have shipped it last Friday. I'm not sure. But I don't think it would take too long. So I did ship it to him. Hopefully he got that. Barbecue, if you're listening, feel free to drop down the comments if you got it. Just want to make sure they got to the right place. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a good year. Feel free to comment down your New Year's resolutions. Obviously mine right now. Get that CDL done, get that permit test, get that behind the wheel, and kind of finish this thing and go strong, keep moving forward. So I appreciate you guys, watching this video. I know it probably wasn't the most entertaining in terms of, truck driving and stuff like that, but I just wanted to give you guys, the raw kind of emotions that go into it, but then also the process of taking the test. Like, I think you guys should know, like, if you're thinking about getting your CDL, like, no, like, it's not going to be easy. For some people, it might be easier. For some people, it might be harder. It kind of just depends. So, I appreciate you guys stopping in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.